Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to AriFit Miracle Channel. Yes, I'm so glad you're here today. Today we're going to talk about preparation. The most important thing in any journey of life, especially your fitness journey. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and comment, and just to show us some love and keep us encouraged. Thank you so much. So today we're going to talk about these are my winning tips for today. It's all about preparation. Preparation prevents piss poor performance. It's a fact. So let's teach you how to get prepared in a nutshell. Basically, on the go. You're deciding to eat healthy. You're doing the right thing. This is not temporary. This is your life. So now you have to train your mindset. Thank you for coming in today. This is part of the training. Let me be your mentor. Find mentors who guide you in how to transform your thinking, how to change your patterns. This is it. Listening to channels like this. So today, preparation. That's what we're talking about. In your car, if you have 20 cars, 5 cars, 15 cars, and each and every one of your vehicles, especially if you, like me, and you travel from place to place, facility to facility, business to business, meeting to meeting, you spend a lot of your life in the car that you don't realize. So, place in your car some snacks or a little handy dandy meal. Now personally, I'm doing keto for now, so I'm gonna have some raw nuts and a can of tuna or a can of chicken. Little bags in every car. The only problem with that is, your family can know about your little secret meals in the car, and when they're in the pinch, they'll go into it too. So if you got family like mine, have a stash in there for yourself and enough for everyone else. And keep an eye on it, yeah? So I keep some pecans, some raw nuts, some raw almonds, and canned tuna or canned chicken, and I'm good. You going on a flight? Yes, so far I've gotten away with this through TSA. I'm not making promises for you, but if I lose a couple of dollars for a can of tuna, I'm not gonna cry about it, right? So, yes, when I fly, if I'm going on a long trip, I'm not gonna be hungry or without healthy meals or subject to whatever they're serving me on that flight. And yes, they serve a lot of carbs on that flight. I was flying to London, like, why they got all these carbs? And everything carb. Your body's gonna retain water and you're not gonna go to the restroom. It is a strategy. So I travel with a big bag of pecans, a big bag of raw nuts, and canned tuna. Yes, I'm gonna pop open that canned tuna on your plane. Hey, it is what it is. I bring you a can too. So hope I don't offend you, but I'd rather be healthy than worry about offending anyone. Now, preparation. What else is important with preparation? Meal prep containers, right? Every day I leave the house. Let's say you gotta do meal prep. We already did a video on meal prep. Refer to that if you need some help on that, right? I'll help you further. Just comment, send me a message. I'll talk to you. Anyway, meal preparation is everything. Do that at least once, twice a week, whatever is good for you, what works for you, right? How many days you can eat the same thing, or you can, however you choose to do that based on the last video, great. But when I leave the house, if it's 5, 6, 7, or 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to go. I got my containers. These are different kind of containers. You can get them at your local, places like Costco or Sam's Club. That's why I got these. And Amazon is my friend as well. They are quite inexpensive. Even Dollar Tree is a great place, but I find out they're quite inexpensive in bulk at all of these different stores. And this is my big old lunchbox. I used to be embarrassed about my big old lunchbox, right? But guess what? I'd be more embarrassed to be obese or overweight. So yes, I'm gonna carry I call it the Jethro lunchbox, because I think Jethro and Beverly Hillbillies had a huge lunchbox. He was a big man. So these are my meal. This is actually a cooler, like for cans, for sodas, like on a trip container, but it works perfect for me for my meal prep. If I'm eating 3 meals, 4 meals, 5 meals, it fits in this bag. There's compartments for my napkins, my cutlery, my hot sauce, okay? Yes, all my essential fatty acids. I will say this real quick. Try to avoid nuts that are salty. Salty snacks can tend to give you a bit of an appetite, and that's what we're trying to go in the opposite direction of that, right? So moving right along, prepare your office. If you got multiple offices like I do, I may have some non-perishable healthy snacks in my office, in both offices. I even make sure all my offices have a microwave. So, you know, everybody's not like me, but there are some people who have offices in different locations. So get your microwaves are cheap, okay? Mini fridges are quite inexpensive, especially when students are going back to college. You find them on sale, right? So, you know, my coach is always saying, prepare your castle, prepare your castle. Your home is your castle. That's the other place of preparation, your home, right? How likely are you to go into your pantry to get a Snickers bar, Twix bar, something that you shouldn't eat, that you may like to eat? How likely are you to get that 9 or 10 o'clock at night if it's not in the house? Most likely you'll let it go to bed, drink some water, and be happy about it. But if it's in the house, it's right there, right? So it's just get things out of your house, prepare your house for success. To prepare your house for success, most castles, as my coach taught me, are not destroyed from the outside, but they're destroyed from the inside out. Get the junk out your house. Get your kids on board. Get your spouse on board. You know, your spouse may have, I call it genetic lotto, where they can eat anything and don't gain any weight or get any kind of way unhealthy. But hey, get them on board. Let them know how important it is to you that these things not be within your reach. Now, if they hide it good. Okay, I'm talking to family. I'm talking to loved ones on the other side of this camera who's trying to help someone else get healthy. If you have your specific snacks, hide them. Get them away from the person who's working on something. You know, they're not always going to be that fragile, right? In a short period of time, with just time itself, everyone's different. It may take 21 days. It may take 30 days. It may take 3 months for that person to be around Popeye's chicken and not want it. Now, personally, I'm in a place I'm quite satiated, and you can eat anything in front of me. You know, everything is not everybody's weakness. Everyone has their specific weaknesses. That does not make us bad people, but you gotta know what your weaknesses are and get those things out of reach. Get it out of your house, right? And being prepared, having your meals and ready to go, you are less likely to stop at the nearest junk store because you're eating on time, your blood sugars are balanced, right? So when it's time to eat, I'll stop at a Quick Trip in a heartbeat, a gas station, and I don't feel any way embarrassed about heating up my healthy meal in their microwave. If you guys notice, when you eat out, look around. Look at the people. Look at their stature. Now, ask yourself, say, self, are there any physically fit individuals in this place? Honestly, ask yourself, how many people in this place are obese or overweight? Just think about it. Food for thought, right? All right. So we said don't skip meal prep. Now, this is something else I want you to prepare for. I know you're not expecting me to say this. Dum, dum, dum. Get ready for positive comments and negative comments. Prepare yourself mentally. Mentally rehearse. Journal some things that may have bothered you during the day. Someone said something negative, like how long are you going to eat like a bird, or when are you going to join the family? I wish you could eat like everyone else. I wish we could all go out to eat on your birthday and celebrate you, and you eat something that's good. You see, be ready. Spend some time, prayer, meditation. Get a coach, get a mentor, get a diet buddy, whatever it is. Get a book on how to deal with confrontation. Tell people, be prepared. Now, personally, I will sit down and rehearse with a life coach, or just sit down and think in prayer or whatever, meditation, and say, hey, how should I respond to this situation? Because there's been time when I was caught off guard. People say, don't lose any more weight, or certain things, but you can counter those comments in a loving, positive way and not allow it to trigger you. Now, some people, prepare for this, guys. Imagine this. don't like compliments. Personally, I did not like the healthy transition compliments. When you lose like 80, 90 pounds, people notice. And you're not used to that kind of attention. So just the fact that's something you need to dig into with a counselor, a life coach, or something like that. I was that person. I was used to being kind of like under the radar and liked being under the radar, but I don't like being unhealthy. Amen. So what you do, prepare yourself for the compliments. Get used to it. Get used to saying thank you. Say thank you. Be polite and keep moving. Don't get terrorized. Yes, we'll talk about that later. We'll do a whole nother video on that because that is a deeper, much deeper subject. Now, also, get to know what your triggers are. What is it? One thing I noticed in terms of changing your lifestyle, if it's coming out of debt, if it's coming out of poverty, if it's coming out of being unhealthy and having unhealthy habits and toxic relationships, one thing you gotta get used to, one thing you must prepare yourself for is dealing with what triggers you. Many people who are overweight and or obese is not because the food is so delicious. Food is good, yes. But typically, when a person is unusually overeating, binge eating, or binge drinking, or any kind of binge type behaviors, is not what you're eating is so good or what you're drinking is so good. It is what is eating you that is so bad. And the way to finally deal with it, if that's been your pattern, the way to finally come out of that toxic pattern, that, those evil set patterns, is to be willing to confront what is confronting you. I recommend journaling. I recommend talking about it to you, maybe a leader in your life or someone that you can trust, or maybe hire a diet coach or mentor or something like that. Speak about it with someone who can help walk you through the healing process. You need to first know exactly I was triggered and what did it. And that's something we're going to talk to about later, about soul wounds and that sort of thing. But that's about all I have today. I want to maybe do a video one day on how to deal with offenses of life. You'd be surprised what you're eating is so much not tied to the goodness of that great food, but typically it's tied to some type of pain or soul wound. Yes. So be prepared to deal with life. Be prepared to have hard conversations, right? So that's all I have today. I wish the best for you on your fitness journey. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know some topics that you would like me to talk about. Blessings. Shalom.